Started.
Zombie on the track.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team in. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever and ever. Forever young, I wanna be.
Hey, may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. But we ain't even thinking that far. You know what I mean? So we live tonight. We are young. So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight. We are young. So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun.
I fly with the stars in the skies. I am no longer trying to survive. I believe that life is a prize, but to live doesn't mean you're alive. Don't worry about me and who I fire. I get what I desire, it's my empire. And yes, I call the shots, I am the umpire. I sprinkle holy water upon the vampire. In this very moment I'm king. In this very moment I slay Goliath with the sling. This very moment I bring, put it on everything, that I will retire with the ring, and I will retire with the crown. Yes, no, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes, clap for the heavyweight champ, me, but I couldn't do it all alone.
I'm 15 for a moment, caught in between 10 and 20, and I'm just dreaming, counting the ways to where you are. I'm 22 for a moment, and she feels better than ever, and we're on fire, making our way back from Mars. 15, there's still time for you, time to buy and time to lose. 15, there's never a wish better than this.
The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on.
Congratulations, it's a celebration. Party all day, I know you've been waiting. Congratulations, it's a celebration. I just wanna tell you that I think that you're amazing. Hey, congratulations. Hey, congratulations, it's a celebration. Party all day, I know you've been waiting. Congratulations, it's a celebration. I just wanna tell you that I think that you're amazing. Hey, congratulations.
I am unwritten,
She was staring out the window of their SUV, complaining, saying, I can't wait to turn 18. She said, I'll make
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough
To keep me from getting to you, baby.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks.
I dreamed it all ever since I was young. They said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hate and say we changing, look, we made it. Yeah, we made it.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the way.
Maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are close, sure. All the stars are close, sure. All the stars are close. Maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are closer. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gon' do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst.
holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like graduation day, graduation day. We take back everything we said about you. September falls, she remembers. They don't teach humility.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger, pushing each other to the limits. We were learning quicker.
We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. Closer to my dream. Coming over me. I'm getting high. Closer to my dream.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Be there. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel.
I'm better, I'm better. It's another day, another chance. I wake up, I wanna dance. So as long as I got my friends, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better.
He say I'm hot, I'm so critical. Pull up on him in my vehicle. He said I'm pretty, I'm pretty.
Level up, 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 level up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch me. Level up, 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 level up.
Good afternoon. My name is Sherry Buxeiger and I'm the principal of Lighthouse Connections Academy. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate the graduating class of 2020. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose star shone
Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the Lighthouse Connections Academy Class of 2020. My name is Sherry Buchseiger and I'm the principal of Lighthouse. I am honored to be here today to celebrate our graduating class. Like you, I wish we were able to hold the celebration in person, but our primary concern is and always will be the safety and well-being of our students. COVID-19 has impacted our lives in unique ways. For those of you who have lost family members and friends, my thoughts and sympathies are with you at this time. Seniors, you are graduating at the precipice of historical changes both in society and in education. You are graduating members of the class of change and choices. You made a choice in your education, and without your willingness to persevere, we wouldn't be here celebrating your incredible accomplishments today. You have demonstrated resiliency, creativity, and overcome challenges. Because of your commitment to your education, I am confident that your future is bright, and I look forward to hearing about your achievements moving forward. I have seen what you can accomplish, and I know that this is just the first of many milestones for you. Thank you for your dedication to your studies and serving as our partner in your education. My hope is that you look back at this moment with pride and hope, because that is what you have given to me and our teachers during your time at Lighthouse Connections Academy. On behalf of the teachers, our staff, and our school community, I would like to extend congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2020. Lighthouse Connections Academy graduates of 2020, you are winners.
We are here today to celebrate you because you are winners.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives.
What makes it clear that you're winners? Not just the fact that you've earned your diplomas.
Times will never change. Keep on thinking things.
You refuse to conform to outdated ideas about how you should learn.
That makes you winners.
You stood up and demanded an education that fits your needs.
And that makes you a winner.
You demanded a 21st century education to replace the old, outdated model.
That makes you winners.
It's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
You took on the responsibility of setting your own schedule and working independently.
That makes you winners.
You took on something many adults would struggle with, and you succeeded.
That makes you winners. You have demonstrated determination, perseverance, and belief in yourself. That makes you winners.
This is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
Today we gather to celebrate your diplomas.
But they're not the most important thing you've earned.
You leave Lighthouse Connections Academy with the knowledge that you are winners.
knowledge that you can take on new challenges and succeed.
Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end.
You leave knowing that you can challenge the world and demand change.
Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not good.
And you will, LCA class of 2020.
As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever.
Barack Obama served as the 44th President of the United States of America. His story is the American story. Values from the heartland, a middle-class upbringing and a strong family, hard work, and education as the means of getting ahead, and the conviction that a life so blessed would be lived in service to others. After working his way through college with the help of scholarships and student loans, President Obama went to attend law school, where he became the first African-American president of the Harvard Law Review. Upon graduation, he returned to Chicago to help lead a voter registration drive, teach constitutional law at the University of Chicago, and remain active in his community. He was elected the 44th President of the United States on November 4th, 2008. Former President Barack Obama recently spoke at Graduate Together, high school class of 2020 commencement. We share his speech with you now to the class of 2020.
Hi, everybody. Anaya, thank you for that beautiful introduction. I could not be prouder of everything you've done in your time with the Obama Foundation. And, of course, I couldn't be prouder of all of you in the graduating class of 2020, as well as the teachers and the coaches, and most of all, parents and family who guided you along the way. Now, graduating is a big achievement under any circumstances. Some of you have had to overcome serious obstacles along the way, whether it was an illness or a parent losing a job, or living in a neighborhood where people too often count you out. Along with the usual challenges of growing up, all of you have had to deal with the added pressures of social media, reports of school shootings, and the specter of climate change. And then, just as you're about to celebrate having made it through, just as you've been looking forward to proms and senior nights, graduation ceremonies, and let's face it, a whole bunch of parties, the world is turned upside down by a global pandemic. And as much as I'm sure you love your parents, I'll bet that being stuck at home with them and playing board games or watching Tiger King on TV is not exactly how you envisioned the last few months of your senior year. Now, I'll be honest with you. The disappointments of missing a live graduation, those will pass pretty quick. I don't remember much of my own high school graduation. I know that not having to sit there and listen to a commencement speaker isn't all that bad. Mine usually go on way too long. Also, not that many people look great in those caps, especially if you have big ears like me. And you'll have plenty of time to catch up with your friends once the immediate public health crisis is over. But what remains true is that your graduation marks your passage into adulthood, the time when you begin to take charge of your own life. It's when you get to decide what's important to you, the kind of career you want to pursue, who you want to build a family with, the values you want to live by. And given the current state of the world, that may be kind of scary. If you'd planned on going away for college, getting dropped off at campus in the fall, that's no longer a given. If you are planning to work while going to school, finding that first job is going to be tougher. Even families that are relatively well off are dealing with massive uncertainty. Those who were struggling before, they're hanging on by a thread. All of which means that you're going to have to grow up faster than some generations. This pandemic has shaken up the status quo and laid bare a lot of our country's deep-seated problems, from massive economic inequality to ongoing racial disparities to a lack of basic health care for people who need it. It's woken a lot of young people up to the fact that the old ways of doing things just don't work. That it doesn't matter how much money you make if everyone around you is hungry and sick. And that our society and our democracy only work when we think not just about ourselves, but about each other. It's also pulled the curtain back on another hard truth, something that we all have to eventually accept once our childhood comes to an end. You know, all those adults that you used to think were in charge and knew what they were doing, turns out they don't have all the answers. A lot of them aren't even asking the right questions. So if the world's going to get better, it's going to be up to you. That realization may be kind of intimidating, but I hope it's also inspiring. With all the challenges this country faces right now, nobody can tell you, no, you're too young to understand, or this is how it's always been done. Because with so much uncertainty, with everything suddenly up for grabs, this is your generation's world to shape. Since I'm one of the old guys, I won't tell you what to do with this power that rests in your hands, but I'll leave you with 3 quick pieces of advice. First, don't be afraid. America's gone through tough times before. Slavery, civil war, famine, disease, the Great Depression, and 9/11. And each time, we came out stronger. Usually because a new generation, young people like you, learned from past mistakes and figured out how to make things better. Second, do what you think is right. Doing what feels good, what's convenient, what's easy, that's how little kids think. Unfortunately, a lot of so-called grown-ups, including some with fancy titles and important jobs, still think that way, which is why things are so screwed up. I hope that instead you decide to ground yourself in values that last, like honesty, hard work, responsibility, fairness, generosity, respect for others. You won't get it right every time. You'll make mistakes, like we all do. But if you listen to the truth that's inside yourself, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, people will notice. They'll gravitate towards you. And you'll be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. And finally, build a community. No one does big things by themselves. Right now, when people are scared, it's easy to be cynical and say, let me just look out for myself, or my family, or people who look or think or pray like me. But if we're going to get through these difficult times, if we're going to create a world where everybody has opportunity to find a job and afford college, if we're going to save the environment and defeat future pandemics, then we're going to have to do it together. So be alive to one another's struggles. Stand up for one another's rights. Leave behind all the old ways of thinking that divide us. Sexism, racial prejudice, status, greed, and set the world on a different path. When you need help, Michelle and I have made it the mission of our foundation to give young people like you the skills and support to lead in your own communities and to connect you with other young leaders around the country and around the globe. But the truth is, you don't need us to tell you what to do, because in so many ways, you've already started to lead. Congratulations, class of 2020. Keep making us proud.
Greetings from the counseling department. It was a tough call for valedictorian this year. Our next speaker ran a tough race. She also maintained an astonishing 3.9 GPA. This is not an easy task, and we are so very proud of her. Coming all the way from Rockford, Michigan, we bring to you Miss ALYSSA Drew.
Hello to Lighthouse Connections Academy, students, staff, and family. My name is ALYSSA Drew. I am really excited to be able to give this speech because it means that I have accomplished something that I always thought would be just a dream or a what if. Sometimes in life you have these dreams or what ifs and they go directly into a box in the back of your brain. Sometimes you never see them again because they are too unimaginable. Sometimes you forget that you've ever dreamed of them. One of the greatest feelings in the world is when the dream comes back to you when it at first felt so far away. I am so happy, honored, and humbled to be valedictorian. This accomplishment is really hitting me and beginning to settle in my mind. I truly cannot fathom that I am living in my last few days of high school. Being valedictorian, I cannot help but reflect on some of my past school years. I was such a shy kid, but I was always a hard worker in class. I was in public school before I made the transition in 6th grade to online schooling. Growing up, I went through things that most kids don't. I felt alone for a while, no matter how many friends or family I had surrounding me. As a kid, I felt let down a lot. I felt stuck and I felt emotionally isolated. I was quick to be my own person and quick to grow up. I really felt I was the only one that I could count on. As sad and unfortunate as these things sound, I am so grateful for how I was shaped by them. I cannot believe the things I have survived emotionally, and I cannot believe the things I have accomplished. A quote by Frida Kahlo says, "At the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can. Some things seem impossible, and some things we believe that we cannot survive." When I lost my mom in 2015, my world came crashing down on me. I didn't know how I was going to move on or live the same life. The truth was really that it was not going to be the same life. I saw two options. I could stay stuck in bitterness and sadness, or I could do what I had done my whole life, which was adapt, adjust, and grow. That was all I could do. I held on to so many things that she said to me to get through the hard days. When I had state exams, I remember when she would say, "Don't worry about the tough things until they get here." Or whenever I had assignments that I would get worked up over, she told me to take a little break until I could come back with a better attitude. I still apply her words to my life to this day. Even though life changes so fast, I have learned that there is one thing life does not have power over, and that is perspective. During a past sermon, my pastor once said, "Don't believe that you have lost control over your life. You never really had it in the first place." This encouraged me to better understand that God holds control, and I am just here to trust Him. I know that in a life of craziness and in times of doubt, I could easily fall. However, I have made it a point to still try my very best to create the most sweet and beautiful life I can. Elementary, middle, and high school have felt like a lifetime. It has felt like a lifetime, yet came and went so fast. I have these memories stored up in my mind that feel like forever ago and yesterday, all at the same time. I remember my dad telling me in 3rd grade that I'm going to blink and it will all be over. As a 9-year-old who was so excited to grow up, I thought, there's no way he's right, but he was. I was so excited to be a teenager, I was so excited to get my driver's license, and I was so excited to become an adult. Now that I have reached the end of high school, I really cannot believe how fast it all went. Time has truly become an enemy and a close friend. An enemy because I cannot control how fast it goes by, but a friend because it taught me to make the most of how much time I am given. As I end my high school experience, I am excited to start adulthood. I do not know what the future holds, and that's okay with me. I know what I have conquered, and I know what I'm capable of. John 14:27 says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid. I know that nobody promised me a perfect, conflict-free life, but God promises me courage, comfort, and peace through it all. I am so grateful for life's challenges and the many hardships because they make me grateful for who I am. I am who I am and have accomplished what I have because of the events in my life that push me to grow. I have been challenged out of my comfort zone and I am so grateful. I thank my many teachers from kindergarten to now. My 3rd and 4th grade teachers took me home from school and bought me meals when my mom had doctor's appointments, showed up for my mom's funeral, and showed up for me in so many ways with my education. My teachers in high school were always so understanding. When I didn't turn assignments in on time or kept missing their phone calls, they had no idea that I was having some of the worst days of my life, yet still were so kind and understanding. Thank you again to my teachers this year and everything you all have done for me to help me succeed. It is a true honor and reward to receive the title of valedictorian, but it could not have been accomplished without the help of my teachers. I still cannot wrap my mind around the fact that I have made it this far and reached a goal I never thought I could. Yes, life is hard to say it simply. It has its ups and it has its downs. You have the power to make it more, and you have the power to find the dreams you put in the box in the back of your brain. Don't leave the box sitting there. Don't let the dreams be forgotten. Act on them, go towards them, no matter how slow you need to go. One day at a time is all we can endure, and the best we can do is all we can do. It's all we can do, yet it brings us to the places we believe to be unimaginable. I am in awe and so ecstatic about this achievement and cannot wait for the next phase of my life. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Earning the title of valedictorian is a great accomplishment and is to be held with great pride. Coming from the city of Fenton, Michigan, she earned all A's in her final semester and maintained a 3.9 cumulative grade point average. It is my pleasure to introduce the Lighthouse Connections Academy valedictorian of 2020, Mahalabel Gigas.
A city should be shining on a hill. Traditionally an allusion to the biblical Sermon on the Mount, this idea has evolved throughout current culture as a beacon of hope. For our purpose today, I quote Bono, a modern storyteller. We are the faces of the modern age, class of 2020. Collectively, we are the first class born around the time when our nation's beacons were struck down. But hope has still survived. Our families have raised us on hope. The fickle thing about life, though, is that while we can take time within specific moments and be enraptured by the emotional, mental, and perhaps even physical warmth of the experience, we do not often realize that we take comfort in those very same moments. It can be incredibly difficult to recall these solaces. In these strange, uncertain, and somewhat perilous times, anxiety has intertwined itself into our lives more than ever before, building on the paranoia that history will be repeated. History, however, is the stories of our lineages, not a determining factor to our hopes, our drives, and our passions. My great-grandmother was a child during the Great Depression. Surprising to me, these were years of life that she always kindly looked back upon. One of the lessons she passed down to my generation is that cake is a perfectly balanced meal because it covers all the food groups. This was something her mother told her to remember in times of worry about shortages, especially if they coincide with times of celebration. It is from moments such as these that we gain hope, and hope is our beacon. Every night, my family, as well as the majority of my community, dons the required protections and heads down to the local beach to watch the sun go down behind the lighthouse at the end of the pier. I imagine this is a tradition, or one similar, that resonates with many of you, my fellow graduates who call Michigan their home. Once a beacon for those out on the Great Lake in darkness or storm, the lighthouse still continues to be lit each night as a historic artifact. In these times, it is a symbol of heritage and community. Perhaps at no other modern time have we needed a sense of community more than this one, where physical congregation is limited. Our beacons may not be the same beacons the world had when we were young children, but we still have that same hope that has brought us this far. This hope will usher in future generations to bring about changes to the world we have been given. As graduates of 2020, we have been designated as the vision of excellence. And it is because of recent events that I do believe that it is a title we have served with grace. The relationships we have built here at school have helped us build connections within our learning experiences through the dedication of our teachers, counselors, and administrative staff. Just as the name Lighthouse Connections Academy suggests, we have connected and become beacons to help others keep that light of hope. We are indeed the 2020 vision. We are the newest, brightest beacons in our city on a hill. Make no mistake, we are celebrating. So let's cut this graduation cake, class of 2020. Then let us walk into the world holding our beacons high. Congratulations.
And now we bring to you Carrie Rice, Lighthouse Connections Academy board member.
This is Carrie Rice. I'm one of your board members, wanting to send a message wishing you congratulations on your graduation, class of 2020. I know the situation isn't ideal, but I hope you will use this time as a lesson in adaptability, resilience. Those skills will come in handy in the future. My advice to you would be to be fearless in everything you do. So congratulations again, class of 2020.
Next up, Lighthouse Connections Academy board members Jana Gregg, Elizabeth Rowe, and Lynn Aronoff.
Hi, Lighthouse Academy graduates. My name is Jana Gregg. I'm a proud member of your board. I wanted to say congratulations to you and your families for all of your hard work. However long you've been a student at Lighthouse, we're proud of you. You've gone through a challenging time, and in many ways you've been lucky compared to some of the other students in traditional schools. You've been able to continue your studies uninterrupted. And now that you've made it through this crazy time, use the innovation that you've had in your studies to innovate in the world. Go out there and be a positive force in your community. We wish you all the best. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hi, I'm Liz Rowe. I'm also a board member of Lighthouse Connections Academy, and I want to wish you all a wonderful graduation. I know that you've all worked very hard to get here, and no matter how long that you've been with Lighthouse, we salute you and we congratulate you. I know that you're going to do great things in this world, so go out there and get it done.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynne Aronoff. I'm also a proud member of Lighthouse Academy Board. I am so proud of you. You should be so proud of yourselves. Cheers to a wonderful, wonderful future. And thank you for spending time with us. We are very appreciative and we're so proud of everything you've accomplished. Good luck.
Naomi Eve Anhalt, Tyler William Armstrong, Isabella Elizabeth Berry, Layla Paige Bianchi, Zane Boyer. Azare Rain Carmen. Darren Collins. Destiny Desiree Cox. Alyssa Lynn Drew. Mahala Bell Scarborough Giggins. Luis O. Gonzalez Velasquez. Cameron James Gunter. Erica Marie Hartman. Adam Holden. Molly THERESA-ALICE Horn. Quinn Robert Hudson. Jessica Renee Janowski. Michael Paul Jerome. Jessica Grace Jarreau. Julia Kalick. Joseph Michael LAUBACH. Sadie Lynn LEBARON. Joseph Aiden Lipships. Malika Mason. Cassidy Louise Morey. Victoria Ann Murray. Athena Raven Norris. Brianna Nicole Powell. Jasmine Marie Powell. Jamila L. Redding. Alyssa Brandy Reinstein. Nathan James Shankin. Emerson Sophia Shantz. Brett Michael Simon. Mackenzie Jennifer Starnes. Caitlin Troy. Valerie Evan Wall. Adriana Walters. Jacqueline Nicole Warsinski. Aaron Ryan Wilkins. Victoria Grace Zielk. Rachel Lee Zimmerman.
Graduates, by the virtue of authority vested in me by our Board of Directors and the Superintendent of Michigan Department of Education, I hereby confer upon each of you the State of Michigan High School Diploma earned with all of its rights, honors, and responsibilities. Congratulations, Class of 2020. To signify your graduation, you may now move your tassel from right to left. Parents, family, and friends, I would like to introduce the Lighthouse Connections Academy Class of 2020 graduates.